Tim's Workshop out here in the mini shed. Going to continue on with the Volkswagen 1965 1240 horse. Took a break for a while because the valve guides are back ordered. I've been trying to get valve guides from another source. They're starting to get the standard valve guides back in. The problem is, I watched some videos meantime, you know, they suggested when you pull out these valve guides to replace them, you've got to measure them to make sure you're putting it back in something that's not going to be loose. If it's loose, they have actually oversized valve guides. I took out one already, and I'm going to show you the next one I'm going to pull out. I'm going to show you how I set up to do that and how it works. This is the setup I got. I bought 1 inch, 3.5 inch metal pipe, and it fits inside this little run out area. It fits really good. Now I've seen videos where people had to actually grind the threads down so this thing would fit in there right, but this one fits perfect, so I didn't have to do nothing with it. And this will go in there like this. It'll thread into the see how I put threads in it? Okay, it'll thread into it, and you go down about tap down about 1/2 inch to get it out. So what we're going to do is go ahead and tap this, spray some WD-40 over the threads. Then we're going to start this in the hole and start it straight. This goes at an angle down. It's not straight up and down, so you got to make sure you're going in at the same angle. So you go down until it starts getting tight. Back it off about 1/4 turn and keep going. Let's take this out and clean off some of the chips. Okay. Yeah, I think that's down far enough. Set our tool up. I put a nut and a washer on there. Okay, flat washer. This is a 6 inch 3/8 by 16 thread pitch. See if we can get this started. This is a 7/16 wrench. Okay. Get this down. Now, to get this started, you use a wrench. And this is a 14 millimeter. Okay. Now, we'll put this on there. Put my arm up there like this to hold on to it. And turn this thing. That way you have some leverage. Hear that pop? Means it's coming loose. And you're just going to have to keep going with this for a while. So I'm going to put this on hyperlapse so it you're not watching me do this for like the next 15 minutes trying to get this out of here. But it is coming loose. I got my ball gauge. Check this out. See what we got here. Go down about 1/2 inch. Then we got the micrometer here. And let's see what we got. I already made sure it was set at 0. We got 474. And this is supposed to be 76, the guide. So the guide is bigger than the hole. So that's good. That means it's a good interference fit. It's supposed to be like 1 to 2 thousandths. And we got that. So let's go over here and check this one. I already pulled it out. It's the same. $474. At the 0 it's 75, so it's closer to 74. 74, and you're putting in a 76. So these are good. But this is what you use. Use a micrometer just for the heck of it. 75, and they said you're good at 1 thousandths to 2 thousandths. We should be able to go with standard bushings on this. We'll go with that. I got the other head to do yet. I just wanted to show you how I was going about this. So what I'm going to do is, since these are the same, I'm just going to put a mark on there. I'll just write on here what it was. 474. We'll go with that. Alrighty. Well, let's check it out here. We have from CV Performance, California. Farmsville, California. Out on the farm. Got the valve guides. What else do I got in here? Let's see. Looks like an invoice. All sales are final, no refunds, of course, on stuff like this. You screw it up, you're done. Important notice, inspect the package thoroughly upon receipt. Claims for shortage, discrepancies, or damages must be made within 24 hours of receipt of goods. So, it's a good thing I'm opening it. I just received it. We'll make sure that everything is in good shape here. We got what we ordered. They're supposed to be, diameter-wise, 476. Shiny. Nice and new. Get the old finger poker off of here. I hate those staples sticking out like that. Let's see what we got here. Make sure this is still set on 0. 476. Okay. $475. It's in between 474 and 475. The tolerance on this, when you put it in there, is 1 thousandth and a half. If it's 2 thousandths, you're supposed to ream it. These are not new heads. So if you have new heads and new valve guides, then you need to ream them up to size for an interference fit. But being these are old heads and I removed the old valve guides, that increased this hole size by 1/2 thousandths. I don't need to ream this. What I need to do is put these in the freezer, put them in, and press them in. You could press them in, or you can use a rivet gun with the special guide that won't screw up the edge of this when you're driving it in. And when you're driving it in, this ridge here is a stopping point where the old guides, you had just measure it or use a tool. When you drove it in, it would stop exactly where you needed it to stop at. You wouldn't go any further than that. The stop ridge is actually 500. So that is larger. It's 500 and this 476. So it's quite a bit larger, so it will stop. But that's what I wanted to check to see if I'm going to have to do any reaming on this, and I won't have to. These should go in, and they should have interference fit by at least 1 thousandths interference fit. It's supposed to have 1.5. It'd be close. Oh, that's what else I wanted to check. I wanted to check the valve guide. Okay, this is a exhaust. Look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty, so I have a tool coming to put these guides in, right? And it's a two-step tool. The one part fits inside the guide. The other part is larger diameter that you can grab a hold of it with your hand. And then you just use the hammer and knock them in. But before you do that, you throw these in the freezer for 10 to 20 minutes, and that way they shrink up a little bit. Put it in there. This is kind of like an example with the old guide. And you have the tool on here, and you just knock it in until it hits the stop on the ridge on the top of these, and you're good to go. Okay, so I got the valve guide drive tool. I got that from EMPI. Actually, I got it from CB Performance, but they get it from EMPI. I got my little sledgehammer out here to knock it in. I put these in the freezer for 20 minutes. Got a little some oil here. Put some oil on it. Okay. All right. Let's try the first one. Let's see how it goes. Okay, got that one in. Okay, get the next one. Yeah, it's got a taper on the end, so it helps get it started. Okay. All right. Down she goes. There we go. Number 2 is in. Okay. Slides right in. I'm not going to try a valve yet. I need to clean up these valves, and I need to, if there's an edge on here, you want to clean that edge up before putting it in there. So anyway, that one's done. Next one. Okay. Okay, that one's in. Last one. And there we go. Yeah, those aren't coming out, that's for sure. Alrighty. Now we can move on with the rest of it. Yeah, I used oil to help it. You freeze it, but when you put oil on it, it kind of warms it up a little bit. But if you go and put them in right away, it's not going to make a difference. And the sledgehammer, of course, this is springy. So, yeah, you're fighting this thing bouncing a little bit. But I got them in. They're all the way in, so we're good. So that's it for this video on removing and installing new valve guides on your VW motor. There's different ways of doing it. This is the way I did it. It was successful, and we're moving on. All right? See you on the next video.